Production,
Ready,
sound,
ready.
two. Okay.
Hopefully.
Bye.
Welcome to Let's Talk UIC. My name is Jimena Carabaño. Today I have the pleasure of talking with an incredible guest. He is a well-rounded teacher who has taught at different levels. He speaks several languages, some of them German, Greek, Macedonian, Russian, and much more. Moreover, he holds a Bachelor in Social Economics, a double master, one in Western European Studies and one in International Business, and he also holds a PhD in Philosophy and Science. Welcome, Professor Chonevski.
Welcome. Thank you for the invitation.
Professor, can you tell us a little bit more about you?
You already mentioned a couple of things about me. First, thank you for the invitation. Always pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
I'm 42 years old guy, just regular guy, who was all around the world, and education was my main goal. I was born in Macedonia, North Macedonia, and I was educated there. After that, I went to Germany. From Germany, I went for a praxis in Korea. From Korea, I went back to European Parliament in Belgium. From European Parliament in Belgium, I was a scholarship back to another master program. From master program, I applied for a couple of countries, like
Okay.
I obtained a visa for immigration visa for to Australia.
Okay.
I got the Leuven University conditional acceptance letter, and I went and I came as a student to Georgetown University.
Oh, wow.
So after I learned English as a second language in Georgetown, Washington D.C., I came to Florida. I said, "Where is the cheapest and best that I can get?" So I did not have a clue about the Florida. I ended up here. I stayed, and I really enjoy being here. And as a student, as a professor, as a teacher, as a philanthropist, as a person who live the global world.
Professor, learning about you, I can say what an incredible background. So, as a student, I have had the opportunity to take several of your classes, like critical thinking, ethics, sociology, so holistic human development. The last one being the beginning of our conversation today. Therefore, I have a few questions for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. What's motivated you to incorporate holistic teaching in your curriculum?
Holistic teaching in my curriculum, I will answer that on two ways. The first of all is that my students and my UIC team behind me. In the long term, I will say I believe in a student's truth. I believe in a student that like to shape their identity, their knowledge, their values. I don't like to sound like Kim Bilbert and um, our holistic father that he was mentioning aqua theory and how the balance in the life exists between the mind learn, body learn, spirit learn, shadow learn, but everything has to be ready, and we call that. I'm always remind to the students about the readiness or matureness. So you become mature. From other side, we have the leadership theory of Howard Gardner, leadership mind,
Okay.
when he was talking about every person, every uh, student is like cube. So you are the teacher who trying to shape and to find that, let's say, limitation. Is it mind? Is it brain? Is it different types of leadership that has to develop in each of us? Because we all potentially have to have, let's say, emotional, um, different types of cognition that has to be developed. And the student is like that. The student is like trying to develop, the students trying to be shaped, the students trying to achieve their goals. But if I compare with theory of identity, the identity is developing but can be broken. Can be identity can be very um, limited.
Okay.
But don't forget, you can fix it. Everything is alternative version to have that balance. What leadership
Yes.
fellow Howard Gardner, who is the Harvard fellow, is talking, and the same non-scientific way, holistic way of approach that you have to become, let's say, the whole. The theory of universal whole is that you have balance through all of these parts. And to
Yes.
find that the students are part of that, and you as a teacher, as a professor, as a researcher, you have to incorporate that parts to find that each student is same important to you in order to develop their skills.
Yes. You love teaching. Professor, I know you have written a book named Macedonia Integration and Prosperity Towards European Union. You have also done research and conference. So I ask him, what project do you have on the table? What's coming now? What is the next step?
Right. That's a really complex question.
Yes. I know.
I do have 4 books
Okay.
on 4 different languages. I
Oh,
have
wow.
17 articles. There is a lot of effort and energy to take through all of these different worlds to get to the standards what they achieve, that I achieved the level of not only APA publishing, not only MLO, not only Harvard style. One of my book ended up in Harvard.
Amazing.
The book that is Macedonia, it's a toward prosperity. Um, let me tell you one of the story about one of the first publication that was in a World Academy of Science.
Okay.
42 times I have communication and interconnectedness with the Institute for World Academy of Science. 42 times they return in order to achieve the Japanese level of publishing. And it's quite interesting that it's not American standard, it's not European standard, it's a worldwide standard that you have to just publish, and you have to communicate with the editing, and you have to do the different versions. So that was a little bit challenge, and I presented, and I'm going to present as well what is coming next. That is one of the challenge, doing to the theory, compiling the data through the methodology, and to interpret the results is taking 6 to 1 year, 2 years. So that project conducting in United International College was almost for 2 years.
Okay.
But we achieved one of the amazing results that going back and forth with the whole entire team, it was published. Only I can remember 40 was published from 2,000 publications. So I was lucky in order to publish that. What else? Now it's coming Hawaii. January, I'm going to go to present American Research Association that I belong to,
Okay.
and I'm belonging to European Research Association in Education that I'm going back and forth, and that will be Spain, 17 to 21 in Barcelona.
And let me know if you have any conference here in Florida.
Yes, definitely. So I
Okay.
belong to the multiple research association in education, and I'm part of different teams, a different team in Florida, and I'm involved, let's say, in the Toastmaster in North Miami Beach as well.
Okay.
It's quite interesting to see how you have to become valuable, because everything is coming from self-motivation, and everything is part of learning, that you like to transfer that knowledge to the students, and you feel better, like after everyday activities you feel better because you achieve your goal.
Yeah.
And that is part of internal characteristics, right?
How do you manage your time and stress with so many activities?
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
I will blame my mom. I will blame my mom for that question, because my mom was professor, tough woman, very tough woman. And she was national coach for national doctor for handball association in Yugoslavia. And like in front of me, she's always said, okay, you have to be independent, you have to be responsible, in order to reduce your stress, you have to take actions. You have to know what is important and how to love others. I was young, and she always like talking to me, where is your daily schedule? And daily schedule is still 42 years in the top of my head. Every day you have daily activities and you have to accomplish. And then you feel better. Then you achieve on the long or short goal, you know. And I will blame my mom, you know, and I have my schedule in traditional form, even though I using the, let's say, technology, right? But when I visualized, you know, I can see, and that is more of this triangulation data that I'm talking. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, what you have to accomplish. And that is one of the how you follow the rules.
Yeah.
So you are a follower in order to get better. Make sense?
Completely.
Okay.
What
You say so.
would you do if you were not a professor?
Oh, if okay, probably will rich. So probably I'll be very rich. But you know, I don't like to have that headache. I'm good about researching and in the same time teaching. I like to be among people. I'm a very social person. I love students. I love students who likes to shape. I love students who like to learn. I like students who likes to see the world differently through different lenses. And maybe I'll be philanthropist and going somewhere in Africa and helping the people. You know, I will work maybe for UN or UNICEF or Red Cross, something like that, you know. And, you know, these vulnerable categories that I'm always standing behind, I consider myself as a social justice professor, and that's why I think that everything has to have chance and to be included equally in society.
Awesome. Professor, what message uh, you, would you like to share with the audience?
I like to share a lot of messages.
A short message?
Okay, I won't be like Jefferson, but I will quote my academic directors from Uni Latina.
Okay.
I'm talking about Uni Latina. That was my previous school where I was teaching. She was talking all the time, and it's like vibing in my ears. We learn all the time, but I will add here: open your chakra, open your go to school. We live in a very complex contemporary world. Go to school, learn, educate yourself, respect, love. Do what you want, do what you love to do. And that is the key for your success. Because if you don't know how to communicate with significant other. Even you don't know how to be creative in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't know how to, let's say, approach. You don't know who is your enemy, but keep them close to your heart,
Yeah.
close to you, right? All right?
Yes.
Your friends, but your enemy closer. Try to be kind. And bottom line is what I'm talking to my students is kindness sell.
Yeah, Professor. Thank you so much. The time of this interview is over. I'm sorry for that.
I'm sorry that.
But I would like to say thank to the incredible talk with the Professor Chonevski. We were able to learn more about holistic methodology and its contribution to the education, which helped to improve the human development of each student. We need more professors like you in our society. Thank you very much for being here and share all your knowledge with us.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure. And anytime when you need someone else, people can reach us here or to my social media. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, sounds good, Professor. Thank you so much.